All right, well, greetings everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome to another video. Today I am back over here in the Birdsboro area. Decided to come over here and check out a place that I filmed probably about 2 years ago. Maybe, yeah, about 2 years. I think it was April of 2019 or something like that when I was here. So I came back over here to reinvestigate it, see if anything changed over the course of time, see if I can find any new discoveries or anything. So I am over here at Sixpenny Park, which is off of Geigertown Road, and that's the noise you hear behind me because the driveway coming in here, which you can see over my shoulder there where the park, it's tight parking there. You can only fit about two cars in there or something like that. So I came over here and decided to check it out. Once again, it's a pretty nice day to do that, and I am not alone.
That wasn't in the script.
I brought this guy along with me, so that's RJ78 Productions, and as always, a link to his channel will be down there in the description field. So this is part of French Creek State Park. If you come over here during, depending on what time of the year you come over here, you got to dress appropriately for it. But there are other hiking trails along here. In fact, the trail that goes by what used to be the water park or the lake or pond, whatever you want to call it, is on a map. It's actually called Sixpenny Trail or something like that. But the reason why this park was so famous back in the day, and this operated through the 60s up to the mid-70s. The last time I found any information online about this being in operation, it was 1976 was the last time I found something. But the reason why this was so popular at one time is because of the water that was fed into it. So it was a lake that they made walls around and a staircase that you'll see in the video and the beach area and everything. But the springs that fed it, the creek that ran into the top end of it, and the springs, they were so cold that in the summertime it was so refreshing that this would be a popular area for people to come swimming. They had changing houses here and stuff like that, which if you saw my other video, and I'll put the link to that up there as well. There are some remains here yet, but like I said, the reason I wanted to come over here is just to check out, to see have anything has changed, and RJ was never here before, so I figured he'd be interested in checking this out with me again. So let's get this little adventure started. All right, so we're coming down from the parking area, and you can see there's a tree laying across there that wasn't there 2 years ago when I was here, but you can definitely see that nature is taking over the old macadam roadway that goes through here because there's moss on it, and the underbrush and everything is starting to take over. But this is Sixpenny Creek right here, and then this concrete bridge, which you saw in my previous video, which I'll show again, is just down here around the bend, and then the lake or the pond is up there to the right that we'll be going to. All right, so here's the driveway coming down here, and this concrete bridge that's here, and they do have a sign here about the wild brook trout water. So there are natives in here, although I don't believe there's any particular natives quite in this area because I don't think it's quite big enough, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's not fish in here. So there's some, looks like deeper areas down there. But this bridge that's here still looks in pretty good shape. It's concrete sitting on top of some steel beams there. But we're going to be going up around the path here, up to the right, and up in the back there, if you can see it, is the wall or the spillway. But all the rocks along here is just covered in moss, or JP's trademark there, nature's carpet. All right, so here we are coming up on the first find as you come in off the what was the macadam driveway here, and that little bridge that's down there. So here is the foundation of some kind of building. I'm not quite sure what this was, and I showed this in my my earlier video that I made here. It's got a couple steps going up here, so I don't know if this might have been some kind of lodge or bunkhouse or something, but it's got nature's carpet all over it. And what's interesting is these cylindrical cutouts that are in the stone here. And then up in the back there, you can see one of those dumpsters or refuse for your coals from the when you have a campfire, when you clean up and everything. It's one of them places where you dump them. I've seen them at other state park areas already. And then right up in here is where we're going to head to. There is the you can see the wall there of the spillway where the lake used to be. Then you got some trees here that have carvings in them, and you're going to see that throughout the video here. People went and carved their initials in the trees and or years that they were here or whatever. I'm not actually a fan of that because it's not good for the trees, for the bark, so I don't do that. But as we go along here, you can see, you probably see, if it's legible, some of the different years that people have been here, that they carved their names in the trees. All right, coming up from that foundation that was down there, come up the path here, and they got a footbridge here for you to cross over the creek to go over on the other side. And then here is the spillway, waterfalls, whatever you want to call it, but a rock structure there. And you can see the grooves in there, that they had some form of slabs in there that they would use to lower the water level in the lake. Like I said, they drained the lake a few years ago due to the regulations with the Fish and Game Commission, or whatever their regulations are with abandoned lakes and the trout streams and whatnot. I'm not quite sure of that regulation, but if they wouldn't have had that regulation, probably would have left the stuff in there and just left the lake the way it is. But we'll go up top here and I can show you what remains of it, which isn't much. All right, and coming up here to the actual lake, this is what remains of the lake or pond. It's actually not really as big as a lake, but more like the size of a pond. And I don't know if that flagpole's still over there yet or not, because I'm not seeing it there. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's not. But over there you can see the part of the stone wall, which I'll show you later on in the video here. All right, so here's a shot of the spillway, and you can see those, they left a couple of those slabs in. Not quite sure if they're metal, steel, or what they are there. But there looks like there's a couple left in there, so they didn't completely remove them. I guess it's just to keep a little bit of water in the lake here or whatever. But you can see the stone spillway again. We're going down. We're going to cross over that footbridge that's down there and head over on the other side onto the other trails. All right. So RJ put his underwater camera, his DJI Osmo action camera, under the waterfalls there. It's tough to tell if those slabs that are there, if they're actually wood or if it's actual concrete. One side of it looks like it's concrete, one side of it looks like it's wood. So there's no way of getting down there in the wintertime here and actually feeling them and seeing if it's concrete or wood. So, but if you want to check out the underwater footage, be sure to head over to his channel and check his video out. All right, came over the bridge and we're walking along the other side of the lake now up to where the springs came in to feed it. But you can see a lot of the trees here have carvings on them, and let's see if we can find some old years on them here, but I don't know if we will or not. But they're all over the place. One there, tree down there's got them. We found them on trees even coming in the pathway there. Don't see any years on it. The only one I see with a year is that tree ahead there, and that's July 13th of 1995. All right, so this is pretty much the end of the lake up here. Over there is the man-made wall where it starts, but this is where all the creek and the springs would feed into this lake. This is still Sixpenny Creek through here, but we'll have to find a spot up here to cross over and get to the other side. And you can still see remains of some of the wall that was put in here that lined the creek bed here. And over on the other side here you can see more of the stone wall that was built there, I guess more or less to, I guess, channel the creek into the lake and make sure it went in there, not that it through flooding or whatever, you know, washed out and decided to go somewhere else. I guess they just did that to channel it a little bit better. And then here's one of the springs. It's not actually a creek, maybe a brook or whatever, but one of the springs that come down and feed into the lake. And even here they have stone along here lining this a little bit as well. Looks like there's definitely an animal that was having some fun here. Actually looks like woodpecker holes, at least right there, but I don't know what have carved that in the inside as big as that is there, but very well could have been woodpeckers. They don't have beavers here or anything. So all right, so we're gonna have a little fun here with this stairwell that's in front of me here, because there's a paranormal thing or some kind of superstition or something like that that says a stairwell in the middle of nowhere is supposed to transport you to some other dimension or something like that, is the old legend or whatever. So yeah, okay, here we go. Walking up the staircase, see if we go anywhere. Yep, still here. All right, so walking up the path here from the beach area, or coming up to, I guess you can consider it the main part of the lake. This is where the I guess the washrooms and restrooms would have been. There's lots of foundations up here. At least now everything's dead out here. It's winter time, and you can see a lot more than when I was here in the spring 2 years ago. But yeah, the flagpole is still here yet, but they don't have there's no flags on it or anything. So walk around up here and explore this a little bit more than what I did the last time, and see if we can find anything interesting. All right, so over here I'm finding some very old split rail fence that has seen better days, that is decaying away. I missed that the last time I was here. But this would have been looking down over the lake and over the beach area right down there in front of us. But there's no rope on the flagpole anymore, so I don't know what happened to that, if you know, nature did its thing, or whoever was maintaining that flag here, if they decided to take it down or whatever. So here you can see the foundation and what we believe was the changing rooms, because you could see the things there where they would have like little stalls made up. And I thought there was some metal around here someplace, but I'm not quite sure where. And there's some other remains up in the top here, which we'll get to. But the trail that comes through here is literally right here. So I don't know if they allow horseback on here or not. I know there's biking trails, but depending on some of it, the times of the year, they don't allow horses or bikes on because of them digging everything up and ruining the trail. But you can just see all the rocks here as far as the eye can see, with nothing but moss all over them.
This looks still natural, so it probably...
Down here is probably where that water heater used to be, but I don't see, or water tank or something, but I don't see that anymore, so that is definitely gone. And if that's gone, then they probably took those metal walls that were here or whatever. That might have been part of the changing room area. And then over there, RJ just discovered it. I wanted to see if he could find it. There's a old fire hydrant over there too. So that's still here. And then here's the remains of a, I'm going to say could be a chimney, because there's that terracotta pipe in there. So that might have been here. So that probably could have been, you know, what they used to heat water here for the showers to get hot water. All right, so I'm surprised these things are still here yet, but these are all metal baskets that were probably used down there at the wash houses or restrooms. Put your belongings in, maybe, I'm guessing. But with everything else that went missing here, I'm surprised they're still around. There's a couple more laying down in there yet. And I'm always fascinated to find little knots like this out here in the woods, how these trees grow these knots out. Sometimes, and I know this is up north in the mountains up there where I go, I've seen trees already that the way they grew actually looks like a horse head. And we're coming back down to the driveway here, which still looks like macadam, so maybe you could drive up here. And this might have been, I don't know if this could have been a parking area here or not. It's really hard to tell, but come down here and there's an old, I believe it's an old water fountain that was here at one time. And they still have the signs up on this particular part of the trail. Hiking only, no bicycles, no mountain bikes or anything like that. So I guess they have them up all year round. But we are just about back to where we started from. I don't know if there's going to be anything else interesting along the way here, but there's the orange blaze for this particular trail. And then up there you can see what looks like pink on the trees and the name there. So that's a different trail that leads you off up over the hill. And then they do have, I guess, mileposts here too as well. So I missed this when I was here the last time, at least I think I did, some kind of galvanized water pipe here. So RJ pointed out that probably curves around and probably goes up to that water fountain that's up there. I don't know if it would have went down to that fire hydrant, because that's further down around the bend there. But didn't see that last time. What RJ spotted over there, there's an old fire pit over there. Didn't see that last time. But we're coming back down. Down here's the thing where you dump your ashes in that I showed in the beginning of the video there, where that other foundation is down here. So we're coming back down to pretty much where we started from. I don't know if we're going to walk any other trails here or not yet, and see if we can find anything else. All right, so I wanted to venture down this macadam road here a little bit more, see if I can find what might have been the parking area down here, but I'm not 100% sure. Over there is one of those containers, again, refuse containers for putting the ash in. But I'm just going to walk down here a short piece and see if there's any remains of anything here. All right, I'm glad I ventured down that path. So you come down a little bit, follow the macadam path all around, and it kept going and going. And I was wondering where it was going to, but I came around and found this. This was definitely a parking lot at one time, just by the size of this. And there's something down there where RJ is at. We'll check that out in a bit, but this was a huge parking lot from the looks of it. It just keeps going all the way all the way back through there. And it's still macadam here. And I'm still walking back the parking lot here. I think I might be coming to the end of it, or at least it looks like it, but you never know. But yeah, you can see the macadam here is exposed versus where I was at. Way out there where RJ is. But yeah, definitely a huge parking lot here. So up here is a little, looks like a little culvert there where the spring's coming out. Almost looks like this might have been a walkway there at one time from the looks of it. That like a little bridge or something there crossing over the spring. All right, so we came down from the parking area, and I guess they might have had two entrances, or an entrance and an exit or something, but it's still macadam going out through there, and that takes you out to Route 345. We just looked at it on the map. So that was where the driveway went out that way, and then after it comes down here, it loops around and goes down the bottom and out to where we came in from. Some other remains of what might have been a walkway down here. You can see a pipe down there yet. So that could have been another, you know, walking path when you park your cars or whatever to go over to the lake. Still a lot of trees here yet. There's one over there that's got carvings on it. I see one can make out 19, yeah, there's a 76 on there. So that's the oldest one I've seen today so far. There's a 97 there. There's a 79 on there. So you can still make out some of the years yet. And RJ pointed this out. This area here looks like it could have been another tier to a parking lot. He's walking up there to see if there's any macadam. Is it macadam?
No.
All right. But it just looks like the way it's cut out there. Looks like it could have been another smaller parking lot.
Definitely, because it's lined with boulders here.
Yeah, and there's boulders, rocks, and everything lined all along here.
Level, and it's lined with boulders on this.
So
There was something here. What it was, I don't know.
definitely could have been another parking lot. Like I said, I'll go over the aerials from back in the 50s and 60s and see what I can come up with. And if I do, I'll insert them in here yet with captions saying what it was. All right, and over in here, RJ already explored this when we came through here, but that looks like that could have been some form of loading platform there, or loading dock or something like that. So there was definitely something in here, parking area, because over here I found there's a telephone pole laying over there, and looks like there might be some more cut up there. But definitely some form of parking area. All right, so that is going to wrap it up for this video, a re-investigation of Sixpenny Park. So hopefully you enjoyed the video there. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, and ring the bell if you want to be notified when I upload new videos to YouTube. So thanks to everybody that subscribes and follows me on the Facebook and the other social media sites out there. So my thanks to RJ for coming along. Hopefully he found this interesting and everything. So
I didn't like it. I thought it sucked.
it figures. Leave it to him. But anyway.
Really, I had a good time. Thank you for bringing me along and showing me this, because we did find some pretty cool finds here, especially the parking lot, the extra roadways and stuff like that, and the foundations, the fire hydrant, and the baskets, and the little lizard, which you'll see in my video.
Yeah, check his video out for the the lizard or gecko, or I don't know, whatever it was. I didn't catch it in time, but be sure to go to his channel and catch his videos. So until next time, it's have a ball and do it all. We'll see you soon.